They want you to be accountable for their failures. They want you to be ashamed of your success in life. They want you to not succeed, to make them feel comfortable with their position in life. They want you to be accountable for their feelings, for their emotions. We can't help people like that. There's nothing we can do about it. There's absolutely nothing we can do about their feelings and emotions and insecurities. They got to work on that, Chosen. We had to work on ourselves. These are the kind of people who just do not want to be accountable. You know, they don't take a pause and say, you know, they feel an emotion, right? And they just go off of that. They don't stop and say, well, why am I feeling this way, right? You know, he or she wanted to achieve success. They wanted to do something great with their life. Why am I feeling jealous about it? Why am I not feeling inspired? They don't do that. They don't take a second to do that, right? I guess that's just a lot of emotional intelligence. They don't have that. And so they look at you and they see something. It could be anything, you know? It could be anything, you know? A lot of the time, chosen ones, we've gone through the most in the beginning of life, and we work on ourselves, right? And then we start getting to a level of success. We planted the seeds. We've done the work. And this is when you're going to find your enemies. Because when they're going to come out the woodwork, when you start getting to a level of success, oh, they're going to come out the woodwork. You ain't going to be able to believe how many enemies you got. You thought you had a lot of people had your back. And you turned around, you like, well, wait a minute. I thought, you know, this person had my back. I thought this person, no, they didn't. They just liked having a person as great as you under them. They enjoyed that it was such an ego boost for so many years for most of these people to see something as great as you be in a position that they looked at as less than them. But the minute you start getting in the game and you started doing what it was that you came here to do, and you are passionate about what you're doing, you done found something that you walking in that you enjoy, you found your purpose. They can't take that. They start becoming so envious and jealous, right? Then you start seeing who these people really is, because they be trying to hurry up and figure out ways to slow you down. They start trying to set up little scenarios and situations to slow you down. They start trying to triangulate you with people and slow you down, get you off focus, because that's really their goal, to get you off. But they know they can't stop you from moving forward. But these people put in real energy and effort to figure out how they can put roadblocks into your forward movement, right? You know, my mind didn't even go to stuff like this. You know, a lot of the time our mind won't go to a place where we would even think that a person would put that type of thought, that type of work into slowing another person down. You would think, this is how you know these people are not smart. You would think that they would put that energy into working on their own mission, your own goals, right? Like, okay, you see me and maybe, you know, there's some envy and some jealousy coming up, and you like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do something, you know, that I want to do and be great, right? But they don't think like that. That's how you know they're not very smart. They literally start trying to figure out how to slow you down, and they put time into this. They sit back and think, how can I slow her down? How can I throw some roadblocks in there? How can I create some drama and some chaos and some problems to disrupt her forward movement or his forward movement? And these people will really create scenarios, and they will strategize to figure out how to slow you down. You wouldn't think things like this exist. You know, when you really figure out, because you got to go to some real, you got to go to some real cesspool type places mentally to understand how these people think. Chosen ones don't think like that. We think on a high vibrational plane. We thinking about ideas. We thinking about, you know, how to grow, how to be more successful. We thinking about, you know, how to bring more joy into our life, or how to connect with more high vibrational people. We always on a higher plane of thinking, right? A higher vibrational thinking pattern. That's how we move, right? We're not thinking about how to manipulate and how to slow people down and how to set up drama and chaos. But these people live in low vibrational thinking patterns, right? It took me many years to understand this. So this is where they live. This is what they practice. They practice and cultivate a low vibrational thinking pattern. And so they literally sit around on their free time, right? You know, while they at the park with their kid or something, you know, they sitting on the bench thinking about how to slow you down, right? Because they don't feel confident enough to move forward with their own stuff. These are people who kind of like got that box thinking. You know, they went to school, they graduated, they got a degree, and they live in that simple life, right? That's what they chose. Nothing wrong with that. But now they looking at you and you doing things differently. You don't have a box mindset. You like, well, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it different. And they don't like that because they got to keep up with everybody. You know, if you pay attention, all their lives look cookie cutter. It looks exactly the same as the other person. But then there's you. You come out of left field doing something so different. And people have this thing where they want to keep up with other people, right? They want to mimic a lot of these type of people. And then they get into this thing where they want to mimic you, they want to copy you, but they can't keep up, and then they get frustrated, and they like, you know, it's crazy. So then they get upset, and now they trying to put roadblocks in your way. But when you find this kind of person, when you suss them out, okay, they mimicking you, they copying you, everything you do, they trying to do, walk away. Walk away. That's a mimicking spirit. I'm telling you, get rid of them. Okay, but yeah, it's amazing, you know, when you wake up and realize like how sick these people think, like their thinking process is so sick, and you like, man, if you put that kind of energy and time and effort into raising your vibration of your thinking pattern, if you start thinking higher vibrational thoughts, you know, you can create your own success in your own life. But they don't think like, they don't believe in themselves. They really don't. They don't think that they can do what you're doing. So it brings up all this envy and this anger, right? Or they feel controlled. A lot of these people are in relationships and marriages or whatever that kind of limit them. They can't do what you're doing, right? Because you may be a single person. You can move freely. They can't. They have to get permission from their spouse, or they gotta, right? They gotta look at their friend groups. Is this gonna be acceptable to my friend group? They got a lot of limitations that they live up under, and we don't live like that. We live like, let me get with the Most High and figure out what I want to do and what works for me, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move forward, right? We have that sovereign mindset. They don't have that. They have to get approval. They have to get the nod of head from mom and dad and the husband and the wife and the neighbors. Everybody got to agree. You know what I mean? And we don't live like that. So anyway, just a little encouragement for you. You know, when you suss these type of individuals out, the best thing to do is walk away. Walk away and get rid of them, because all they're going to try to do is continue to throw in roadblocks and problems, and they're going to get more and more envious with time, because we ain't stopping. We going to keep it moving. Chosen One's always growing, year in, year out. From one year to the next, you're going to see a whole lot of different things come up with us, because that's what we do. That's like our fun. We enjoy setting goals and challenging ourselves to get to the next level. So anyway, I love you guys.